Have you ever walked into your kitchen and stood there for a moment, wondering why you came in, or maybe you've been in the middle of a sentence and suddenly lost the word you were looking for? A word you've used 1,000 times before. If you're over 60, these moments might feel more common than they used to, and if you've ever thought, "Is my brain slowing down?" you're not alone. Millions of older adults ask themselves this very question every single day. But here's the encouraging truth: there are simple, science-backed habits that may help support your memory, focus, and long-term brain health, and the best part, you can start using them today, right in your own home. Welcome to Senior Health Facts, your trusted source for health information that's clear, practical, and designed specifically for you. Today, we're breaking down 7 daily habits that could make a real difference in how sharp and energized your mind feels. If staying mentally strong matters to you, go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of our upcoming videos. Let's get started. Let's talk about what's really happening inside your brain as you age, and why it matters so much. As we get older, our brains naturally go through changes. The speed at which we process information may slow down a bit. Multitasking becomes harder, and those tip of the tongue moments where you know the word but just can't retrieve it become more frequent. According to the National Institute on Aging, forgetfulness is often a normal part of getting older. It doesn't automatically mean something is wrong, but here's the key: lifestyle habits still play a powerful role in how well your brain continues to work. Research from trusted organizations like Harvard Health, the Mayo Clinic, and the NIH has found that factors like physical movement, sleep quality, diet, and mental engagement may significantly influence how your brain adapts with age. In everyday life, these changes can show up in ways that feel frustrating or even a little scary. You lose your train of thought in the middle of a conversation. You feel mentally tired earlier in the day than you used to. Learning new technology, like a smartphone or computer program, takes longer. You forget appointments unless they're written down or set as reminders. None of these signs mean your brain is broken. They simply mean it's doing what old brains do, growing older. But here's the hopeful message we want you to take away today: certain daily habits can help support brain health, flexibility, and memory well into your 60s, 70s, 80s, and beyond. Think of your brain like a garden. If you water it regularly, pull out a few weeds, and give it some light, it continues to grow and thrive. Neglect it, and things start to wilt. The habits we're about to share are like that daily care, small actions that add up over time, and the science backs this up. Studies have shown that people who stay physically active, socially connected, and mentally engaged tend to maintain better cognitive function as they age. It's not about perfection. It's about consistency. So whether you're 62 or 82, it's never too late to start caring for your brain in ways that really matter. Before we dive into the 7 habits you should start doing, let's talk about a few habits you may want to reduce or avoid. These are the quiet brain drainers, the things that slowly chip at your mental energy without you even realizing it. First, avoid long periods of sitting without breaks. Sitting for hours at a time reduces blood flow throughout your body, including to your brain. Then if you're reading, watching TV, or working on a hobby, staying in one position for too long can leave you feeling mentally sluggish. Try setting a timer every 30 to 45 minutes. Stand up, stretch, or walk around the house for just 1 or 2 minutes. These little movement snacks can help keep your brain alert and your circulation strong. Next, avoid chronic multitasking. We live in a world that constantly pulls our attention in multiple directions. TV on in the background, phone buzzing with notifications, a conversation happening nearby, but here's the problem. Constantly switching between tasks actually makes it harder for your brain to focus and remember things. Research suggests that when you try to do too many things at once, your brain gets tired faster and your memory suffers. Instead, try single tasking. Give your full attention to one thing at a time, even if it's just for 5 minutes. You'll likely notice that your clarity improves. Third, avoid excess sugar and ultra-processed foods. We all enjoy a sweet treat now and then, and that's perfectly fine. But diets that are consistently high in refined sugar and heavily processed foods may negatively affect mood, energy, and memory over time. Think of it this way. Your brain runs on fuel, just like a car. If you fill it with low-quality fuel, it won't run as smoothly. A more balanced diet with whole grains, fruits, vegetables, and lean proteins can support steadier mental energy throughout the day. Fourth, avoid late-night screen time. The blue light from phones, tablets, and computers can interfere with your body's natural sleep cycle, making it harder to fall asleep and stay asleep, and poor sleep is one of the biggest enemies of brain health. If you're scrolling through your phone or watching TV right before bed, your brain doesn't get the signal that it's time to wind down. Try putting screens away at least 30 minutes before bedtime. Your brain and your sleep will thank you. Finally, avoid social isolation. Loneliness isn't just an emotional issue, it can affect your brain health too. When you spend long periods without meaningful interaction, your brain doesn't get the stimulation it needs to stay sharp. Even light social contact, a short phone call, a chat with a neighbor, or attending a community event can make a real difference. Your brain needs conversation and connection the way your muscles need exercise. These aren't about being perfect, life happens, but being aware of these habits gives you the power to make small, positive changes that support your brain health every single day. Now let's get to the good stuff, the 7 daily habits that are practical, senior-friendly, and backed by science. These are habits you can start using today, and they don't require any special equipment, expensive programs, or complicated routines. Habit number 1. The 10-minute morning activation. Let me paint you a picture. Imagine your brain is like an old but reliable car on a cold winter morning. If you turn the key and immediately pee on the gas, the engine sputters and struggles. But if you give it a few minutes to warm up, it runs smoothly and powerfully. Your brain works the same way. A short morning activation routine can help prime your focus and mental energy for the entire day ahead, and it doesn't have to be complicated. Here's a simple routine you can try tomorrow morning. Sit comfortably in a chair or on the edge of your bed. Take 5 slow, deep breaths. Inhale through your nose, exhale through your mouth. Gently roll your shoulders forward and backward a few times. Read something short, a poem, a prayer, a paragraph from a book you love. Set one simple intention for the day. For example, today I will take a walk after lunch, or today I will call my daughter. That's it. 10 minutes, maybe less. Why it works: light movement and intentional breathing help increase oxygen flow to your brain. Reading and setting an intention engage the memory and planning areas of your brain. Give it a gentle wake-up call that sets a positive tone for the day. One of our viewers, A 71-year-old retired bookkeeper named Evelyn shared her experience with us. She said that for years she would wake up feeling foggy and scattered, but after starting a simple morning routine like this, she noticed she felt more mentally clear and focused by mid-morning. She told us, "It's like I'm giving my brain permission to start the day on purpose instead of by accident." Please note, Evelyn's experience is her own and may not reflect everyone's results. Always consult you, our healthcare provider, before making significant lifestyle changes. Habit number 2, the 30-second name recall game. This is one of the most fun habits you can try, and it takes almost no time at all. Throughout your day, pick one item, a movie, a friend, a city, a restaurant, and challenge yourself to retrieve a detail from memory. For example, what was the name of that cafe we went to on our anniversary trip? What was my neighbor's dog called? What movie did we watch last Saturday night? If you can't remember right away, don't worry. Take a moment to think. If it still doesn't come to you, go ahead and look it up. The act of trying to recall and then reinforcing the memory is what matters. Why it works. The NIH notes that memory retrieval challenges can help stimulate neural connections. Think of it like giving your brain a mini workout. The more you practice recalling information, the stronger those pathways become. You can even make it a game with your spouse or a friend. Challenge each other too. Remember details from the past week. It's playful, it's engaging, and it keeps your mind active. Habit number 3, light daily movement. Even 8 to 10 minutes counts. You don't need a gym membership. You don't need to run marathons or lift heavy weights. Gentle movement is enough to support brain health. Here are a few simple options. A 10-minute walk around your neighborhood after breakfast, marching lightly in place during TV commercials, stretching your upper back and chest while standing in the kitchen. Let me share a story with you. One of our viewers, a woman in her mid-70s, told us she couldn't do long walks anymore due to knee pain. So instead, she started doing what she called hallway laps in her Emmy. She would walk from her bedroom to her kitchen and back, just 2 minutes at a time, 3 times a day. After 3 weeks, she wrote to us saying her mind felt less foggy and she had more energy throughout the day. She wasn't running marathons. She was just moving her body gently and consistently. Please remember, her results are personal and may vary. Always check with your doctor before starting any new exercise routine, especially if you have joint pain or other health conditions. Why it works. Multiple health organizations report that movement supports blood flow throughout the body, including to the brain. It may also help the brain create new connections and maintain existing ones. Habit number 4, eat for brain energy with simple senior-friendly SWA. P.S. You don't need complicated diets, expensive supplements, or trendy superfoods. You just need to make a few small, smart swaps that support steady energy and better brain function. Here are some easy changes you can start with. Replace white bread with whole grain bread. Add a handful of berries or an orange to your breakfast. Use olive oil instead of butter when cooking. Not for everything, just try it once or twice a week. Add a serving of leafy greens to one meal each day. Spinach, kale, or even romaine lettuce. Think of your brain like a garden. If you water it regularly and pull a few weeds, growth becomes easier. Food is that daily water. You don't have to overhaul your entire diet overnight. Just make 1 or 2 small changes and build from there. Why it works. Balanced meals help Regulate blood sugar, mood, and focus according to Harvard Health, eating patterns that include vegetables, nuts, whole grains, and lean proteins, often called a Mediterranean-style diet, may support long-term brain health. Habit number 5, social connection, even briefly. You don't need big social events or crowded gatherings to benefit from connection. Small, daily interactions are enough. Try these simple ideas: a 3-minute chat with a neighbor while getting the mail, calling a family member or old friend once a week, attending a senior center activity or community event once in a while, talking to a barista, cashier, or librarian with a smile and a kind word. Humans are wired for connection. Think about the last time someone called you unexpectedly. Even a short 5-minute conversation can brighten your entire day and leave you feeling more mentally alert. Why it works: conversation uses multiple parts of your brain at once: memory, attention, language, and emotional processing. It's one of the best full brain workouts you can get. Habit number 6, brain-friendly sleep rituals. Good sleep is one of the strongest predictors of long-term brain health. When you sleep, your brain does essential housekeeping. It organizes memories, clears out waste products, and recharges for the next day. Here's a simple nightly ritual you can try. Dim the lights in your home about 1 hour before bed. Avoid screens, phone, TV, computer for the last 30 minutes before sleep. Listen to soft instrumental music or nature sounds. Keep your bedroom slightly cool and as dark as possible. Repeat the same bedtime routine every night. Consistency helps signal your brain that it's need to rest. Think of sleep as overnight cleaning for your brain. If you skip it or do it poorly, things start to pile up and feel cluttered. Why it works: the Mayo Clinic notes that consistent sleep routines may help improve memory consolidation and overall cognitive function. When you sleep well, you think more clearly the next day. Habit number 7, learn one small thing each day. You don't need to learn a new language or master a musical instrument. Just learn one new thing each day. It can be small. It can be simple. It just needs to be new. Here are some ideas. Learn a new word and use it in a sentence. Try a new recipe or cooking technique. Read about the history of a city you've always wanted to visit. Watch a short educational video like this one. Learn a tip using your smartphone or computer. Picture your brain as a bookshelf. Even one new book a day adds up. 365 new mental books per year. That's powerful. Why it works: learning stimulates something called neuroplasticity, which is your brain's ability to adapt and form new connections. The more you learn, the more flexible and resilient your brain becomes. Let me summarize these 7 habits for you. First, a morning activation routine lasting 10 minutes. Second, one name recall game taking just 30 seconds. Third, light movement for 8 to 10 minutes. Fourth, a brain-friendly meal swap with one small change. Fifth, small daily social connection lasting a few minutes. Sixth, a simple sleep routine with consistent bedtime habits. And seventh, learn one new thing each day. You don't have to do all 7 at once. Even starting with just 1 or 2 may help you feel a difference within a week or 2. The key is consistency, not perfection. Let me share one more story with you before we move on. Evelyn, the 71-year-old retired bookkeeper I mentioned earlier, came to us feeling frustrated. She told us he used to be sharp as a tack, balancing budgets, managing schedules, remembering every client's name without effort. But over the past few years, she felt like her mind was slipping. She started small. She tried the morning activation routine. She added a 10-minute walk after breakfast. She swapped white bread for whole grain and started calling her sister once a week instead of once a mo. And 3 months later, she wrote to us again. She said she didn't feel fixed because nothing was broken, but she felt more like herself. More present, more confident, she said. I didn't realize how much I'd been living on autopilot until I started paying attention again. Please remember, Evelyn's experience is personal and may not reflect typical results. Individual outcomes vary, and it's always important to consult with your healthcare provider about any concerns regarding memory or cognitive health. Now, here's my challenge to you. Pick just one habit from today's video. Oh, just one. Start it tomorrow morning. Stick with it for 7 days, then come back and leave a comment telling us how you feel. You deserve to feel sharp, confident, and mentally strong, and these small habits can help you get there. If this video gave you hope or practical ideas, please hit that like button, share it with someone you care about, and subscribe to Senior Hilt Facts so you don't miss our next video. And as always, if you have concerns about memory changes or cognitive health, please talk to your doctor. They can guide you based on your personal health history and needs. Let's answer some of the most common questions we get about brain health and memory. Many people wonder, is forgetfulness always a sign of dementia? Not necessarily. Mild forgetfulness, like occasionally misplacing your keys or forgetting a name, can be a normal part of aging. However, if you notice major or sudden changes in memory, confusion, or difficulty with daily tasks, it's important to talk to your doctor. They can help determine what's normal and what may need further evaluation. Another question we hear often is, how long until I notice improvements? From these habits, it varies from person to person. Many people report feeling more mentally energized and focused within a few weeks of making small lifestyle changes. But remember, brain health is a long-term journey. The benefits build over time, so consistency is more important than speed. People also ask, do I need supplements for brain health? Not always. Many experts recommend focusing on lifestyle habits like movement, sleep, diet, and social connection before turning to supplements. If you're considering a supplement, talk to your doctor first. They can help you understand what's safe and appropriate for your individual needs. How much movement do I really need for brain health? You don't need to exercise for hours. Even 8 to 10 minutes of light movement spread throughout the day may help support mental clarity and circulation. The key is to move regularly, not intensely. Can brain games and puzzles really help? Yes, some structured brain exercises, like crossword puzzles, Sudoku, or memory games, may help keep your mind engaged, but real-life learning, social interaction, and physical movement can be just as effective, if not more so. Variety is key. What if I struggle with sleep? If you're having trouble sleeping, try building a consistent bedtime routine first. Dim lights, avoid screens, keep your room cool. If sleep problems continue for more than a few weeks, speak with your healthcare provider. Chronic sleep issues can sometimes be linked to underlying health conditions that need attention. Finally, people often wonder, is it too late to start improving brain health at 70 or 80? Absolutely not. The brain can adapt at any age. Small, consistent habits can make meaningful differences in how we You feel and function no matter when you start. It's never too late to care for your brain. Here's a quick summary you can remember or share with a friend or family member who might find it helpful. Let me walk you through what to avoid and what to do instead for better brain power. When it comes to long periods of sitting, this habit reduces blood flow to your brain and can leave you feeling sluggish. Instead, take 2-minute movement breaks every 45 minutes. This simple change can improve your alertness and circulation throughout the day. Chronic multitasking is another habit that tires your brain and weakens your focus. Research shows it makes thinking harder. Instead, try single tasking by giving your full attention to one thing at a time. You'll likely notice clear thinking and better memory retention. Consuming excess sugar and processed foods may negatively affect your mood and memory over time. Your brain needs quality fuel to run smoothly. Instead, choose whole grains, fruits, and vegetables to maintain steadier mental energy throughout your day. Late-night screen time disrupts your natural sleep cycle, making it harder to fall lines asleep and stay asleep. The blue light from devices signals your brain to stay awake. Instead, put screens away 30 minutes before bed. This helps improve sleep quality and memory consolidation. Social isolation reduces the brain stimulation you need to stay sharp. Your brain thrives on interaction and connection. Instead, have short daily conversations or phone calls with friends, neighbors, or family members. This keeps your mind engaged and supports cognitive health. For your daily routine, consider this simple structure. In the morning, spend 10 minutes on an activation routine that includes breathing, exercises, gentle stretching, reading something short, and setting one intention for your day. At lunchtime, add light movement like a 10-minute walk or hallway laps around your home. In the evening, establish a brain-friendly sleep routine by dimming lights, avoiding screens, and maintaining a consistent bedtime. As a bonus throughout your day, play the 30-second name recall game. Any time to give your memory a quick workout. Here are some quick wins you can start today. Make one brain-friendly meal swap, perhaps replacing Thai bread with whole grain. Add 10 minutes of gentle movement to your day, even if it's just walking around your home. Spend 3 minutes in conversation with someone, whether it's a neighbor, family member, or friend, and practice 30 seconds of memory recall by trying to remember a name, place, or detail from your recent past. If you're planning to talk with your doctor about brain health, here are some helpful conversation starters. You might ask, are my memory changes normal for my age? You could inquire, which lifestyle habits should I prioritize first for brain health? And it's worth discussing, could any of my medications be affecting my thinking or sleep? Your doctor can provide personalized guidance based on your specific health situation. If you found this information helpful, save these tips, share them with someone you care about, and remember that small habits lead to big changes over time. All information shared in this video is based on trusted, publicly available health sources. Harvard Health Publishing in 2021 summarized how lifestyle habits such as physical movement, balanced diet, and social connection may support cognitive function in older adults. Their research provides valuable insights into maintaining brain health as we age. The National Institute on Aging, part of the NIH, released information in 2022 about normal age-related memory changes. They highlighted activities that may support brain health and help distinguish between typical aging and more serious concerns. The Mayo Clinic, through publications from 2020 to 2023 discussed the important role of sleep quality, diet, and regular physical activity in supporting Evelyn. G-term cognitive function, their guidance, emphasizes practical steps for everyday brain health. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, through their Healthy Aging program in 2022, offered guidance on maintaining brain health through social engagement, chronic disease management, and daily physical activity. Their recommendations focus on accessible strategies for seniors. These sources were paraphrased and summarized for educational purposes in a format that is accessible and practical for older adults. We encourage you to explore these organizations' websites for more in-depth information. Now, before we wrap up, I want to remind you of something important. Everything we've shared today is for educational purposes to help you make informed choices about your health. I always encourage you to work with your doctor or healthcare provider before making any significant changes to your diet, exercise routine, or daily habits. They know your personal health history best and can guide you on what's right for your specific situation. Every person is unique, and what works wonderfully for Evelyn and others might need small adjustments for you. Your healthcare team is your best partner in this journey toward a sharper mind and better health. Take care of yourself, stay curious, and keep learning. I'll see you in the next video.